everybody, thank you for clicking on this video today. If you did click on this video, it's because you want to quench your curiosity on some of the useless products that were invented that are basically no good to anybody. If that is the case, you and me have something in common, so you may as well subscribe and like this video. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. So up first, we've got the portable chin rest.
The portable chin rest.
Now, when hearing the name, you're probably thinking straight away that it's one of those weird head strap things that are supposed to stop people from snoring in the night, but I'm pretty sure they're useless too. Almost as useless as this product, it's basically a long stick, kind of like a selfie stick that extends out, and you basically rest your chin on it on public transport, and yeah. At first, I was thinking that it would be better to invent something like a portable seat that is extendable, that folds away into your pocket or something. I think that would be more popular, considering the fact that people would rather sit down. And does your chin need rest? I don't know. I've never had like an unrested chin. When you're actually physically exhausted and your whole body aches, the last thing that I would think about is my chin.
Oh man, that walk was so long, my chin really needs to rest now. It really aches. I really wish that I had like a chair or a resting spot just for my chin to just perch on.
That doesn't happen. So whoever created this, the only thing I can think as to the reasoning behind this creation was because it was created in Korea, right? And I'm pretty sure they have like really jam-packed transport. Like their train systems and things are generally, there's no seats. But all I can think is that the person that invented this meant for it to be like a standing resting position as much as possible in a crowded area. But when it makes it to the rest of the world, it's just viewed as something really crazy. For the portable chin rest, unfortunately, I'm gonna say it's useless. So for number 2, we have the Control-Alt-Delete wand. This one really made me laugh because when I saw the picture, it just looks ridiculous. It's not really something that you would ever need, like unless it was part of your job that for like 12 hours a day you were sitting at a computer and you literally needed to use those 3 keys so often that you were getting sort of like cramps in your hands from all of the... But I'm pretty sure you would get that from typing so often if that's the case. It looks a bit silly. It looks awkward to store. I don't think it's collapsible, so it's literally just a long stick with a handle in the middle. The only way this would be useful in most contexts is, you know, when you're playing a game or doing something on your computer and you're eating snacks? Yeah, snacking wand. Because there's nothing worse than having a handful of snacks, consuming the snack with this snacking hand, and then using the computer with your other hand, and then suddenly you need to use the Control-Alt-Delete button. That requires the snacking hand. But the snacking hand's busy. So what are you going to do? Control-Alt-Delete wand. I can see why they thought this would be a good selling point. Like, they would probably take it from the angle of,
isn't that annoying when you have to use both hands on the computer?
But honestly, I don't feel like this product aged very well. Mainly because nowadays, most people do everything on their phones, or if they do need to use the computer, it's like those little iPad portable laptop type things, and they're quite small. The only other time I can think people generally use their computer is for gaming or for work. And at work, I seriously doubt that you're going to be doing something with which occupies your other hands that then would require something such as the wand to click those Control-Alt-Delete. I just can't see it being a useful invention at all. And also, what is the cost for these things? Like, I'm really curious to know what they were actually going for in terms of profit on this item, because I can't imagine that it would cost much. You've got things that are way more useful that would cost literally less than a fiver. So I really can't imagine that they would make much profit on these. Like, how much does it really cost to patent an item? I have no idea, because I've never invented anything. I'm afraid while it's funny and hilarious to look at this thing, and I can imagine that maybe someone might find it useful, I'm going to put it in the useless pile. All right, for this next one, it's completely ridiculous. We've got the wind-powered clothes dryer. You heard that right. The wind-powered clothes dryer. Seriously, who comes up with these things? This one is just dangerous. Can you imagine driving along the motorway and suddenly a pair of friggin' pants come flying and get caught up in your windscreen wipers, and you're there flicking these pair of panties around, and you're like,
I swear they're not mine.
people just driving past you giving you the look. And never mind the car in front of you that's got their whole week's worth of dirty laundry airing around and flapping all over the place in the wind. Everyone's looking at you because you're the one with a pair of underpants on your windscreen flapping around on your wipers, and it ain't going nowhere because you know wet clothing sticks to everything. It is not going anywhere. You are going to find somewhere to stop, and by that point I'm pretty sure the police are going to be right behind you because you're going to be sketchy as hell. They are going to have so many questions when you pull over. While I appreciate the grind to try and find something that's probably very affordable for people who really struggle to dry their clothing, I really cannot get behind this idea. It's the most stupid thing to think that you could put clothes flapping around on what essentially looks like just a piece of plastic or metal that attaches to your car. The idea is there probably because they invented the roof rack for things like canoes and for bicycles. Those things are pretty secure when they're attached to the car. Clothing, I just cannot see it being safe. Also, I'm pretty sure this would make your clothes smell a bit funky. Like, have you ever been driving down the road and you've put your head out the window? There's so many different smells that you can be accompanied with on your way to somewhere. Like, there's food places all over. There's car fumes to think about. Do you really want to get home and you're newly cleaned and now apparently dry washing smells like the burger place from like 3 roads down? Is that really what you want? If that's what you want, then hey, I mean, feel free to put this in the useful pile and maybe see if it's still in the marketplace or something. But for me, this is going in the useless pile, mostly just because it's dangerous as heck. I'm pretty sure in most countries as well, this would not be legal. Like, I'm really sure this isn't legal. If I were to go out now and try this on my car, I'm pretty sure I would end up with some sort of fine or criminal charge. That there's just no way this is legal. So next up, we have the baby mop. Now, isn't this baby adorable? But also, why would you do that to your baby? I'm pretty sure this is considered abuse. Like, that kid is really intently looking at his parent right now, taking a picture, and there's full judgment in that baby's face. He is saying,
are you really gonna do this to me? Picture the evidence and then put it out there for everyone to see. CPS is gonna be knocking on your door real quick.
I totally agree that once kids get to a certain age, they should start contributing to the household. Maybe if they start getting a job, maybe if they got a job into their late teens, or if they started helping around the house, like making their bed once in a while and putting their socks in the correct laundry basket. That's all fine. But making your baby, who doesn't even look 1 year old yet, scoot around on the floor with this big mop attached to it in the hopes that it's going to pick up some minuscule type of dust is absolutely ridiculous. This is not going to work. Like, this thing is doing nothing. It's basically just moving things around. You're just pushing dirt around, and that's essentially going to make it harder to clean up anyway. I've seen some people say that they can like put some detergent or something onto this mop thing and then let their toddlers run around with it. But to me, that is just even worse. That's like even more abusive because it's toxic. Like, chemicals, cleaning products, they're all toxic. And they literally have a label that says, keep away from children, do not ingest. And then you're telling me you're going to spray it all over the front of your baby and then scoot him across the floor and say,
come on, you've got to contribute to the house now. You are nearly 1 year old.
Now, this is definitely a useless product to me, and just, in my opinion, just as dangerous as the clothes rack that goes on the car. Okay, next we've got a solar-powered cigarette lighter. A solar-powered cigarette lighter? Not even funny anymore. I can't get behind this. I don't think smoking nowadays is as popular as it used to be. A lot of people vape instead. In general, it looks a bit bulky, and I'm not sure how well it would work, especially in countries where there's not much sun. The only way I could get behind this and think it might go into the useless pile is if, you know, if someone smokes and they've lost their lighter or their lighter fluid runs out.
It's okay, I've got a solar-powered magnifying glass here that will light your cigarette using the sun.
But that's essentially all it is. It's just a magnifying glass. with a little holder that you can attach your cigarette in. It doesn't make much sense. You may as well just buy a magnifying glass. You can literally get one for like £1. They're so cheap. They are so cheap and they're widely available. This just seems like a bit of a failed invention to me. I don't think they made much money actually selling these things, mainly because it looks a bit bulky as well. It doesn't look like something you can just comfortably fit in a pocket. And I don't see anybody holding their cigarette to it like that. Like I wouldn't imagine that someone would keep their cigarette in that little metal clasp bit. There's easier ways to light a cigarette, let's put it that way. Overall, I'm going to say that this is useless, and I'm going to put it in the useless pile, only because its main function is to light a cigarette. If it was like to start mini fires, if you're stuck on an island and you need to start a fire, this little mini magnifying glass that you happen to have in your pocket would become useful. I would say, okay, fine, maybe it's useful. But because its whole feature, its whole purpose is to just light a cigarette, there's so many other ways. Okay, this next one is kind of gross. I'm not going to lie. It's the car exhaust grill. The first thing that pops into my mind when I see this thing is the car exhaust. It's fumes from the car, and you're going to cook your burger with that. And also, it's so small. What else are you putting in there other than what is literally advertised in the picture? Like you wouldn't put a sausage in this thing, right? And even if you could, I could see a lot of men cringing at the thought of that. Also, how do you even fit this thing to your car? How does that work? How do you get this thing on your car? Is it legal? That's another thing, because cooking a burger while you're driving, how long before it burns? Like, does it come with cooking instructions? Do we need to keep an eye on this thing? And no matter where we are, in the middle of the motorway, we're just going to have to pull over because...
Heck, my alarm just went off and my burger's ready, y'all. This is gonna burn if I don't get out right now.
What are you doing? You can't stop in the middle of the motorway.
No, well, I've got a burger in my exhaust and I need to get it out.
Well, the next exit's like 5 minutes down the road, bro. Just keep driving.
Great, now my burger's burnt. Burnt to a crisp. That's the last time I listen to a stranger on the motorway. Next time I'm just gonna break the law and pull over when I damn well please and get my burger out.
It also says very enthusiastically, cooking while driving, as if that's a great thing to do, as well as a little diagram that shows you the path of the smoke, like anyone cares. Apparently you can save energy and time with the no use or desire or need for coal. With no coal, wood, or any other cooking fuel needed. Great. What you save in time and cooking fuel, I'm pretty sure you sacrifice in taste. Unless you're someone who likes tongue in their exhaust pipe, in which case, no judgment here, but I'm going to put this in the useless pile. For this next one, we've got head-mounted toilet roll dispenser. Yes, you heard me right. Would have been an absolute blast during the pandemic, and I'm pretty sure someone probably invented this because of things like that. Although, if you did walk around with one of these in the pandemic, it's a good chance that somebody's going to hold you at knife point, and when you go to give them their phone, they're going to say,
I don't want that. I want that on your head. Give me your toilet paper now. Give me your toilet paper right now.
You're probably going to say,
Hey, please, anything but my toilet paper. You can have my money, my phone. I'll even give you one of my children. Here, I can just make another one. But don't take my toilet paper, because I can't replace that these days. It's way more important than anything else I own.
but no, seriously, as ridiculous as this one is, I actually think there is a use to it. Now, hear me out. You know when you're watching telly and you're really into it, but then your nose starts running, maybe you're eating something spicy, you need a tissue. You don't want to get up. The bathroom's all the way back there. There's some tissues in the drawer that you bought a year ago, but heck, if you know where they are now, you don't want to have to start rifling through. You're really into this movie, and if you get up now, it's going to spoil that mood. Also, your butt's nice and numb, but in that comfortable way where you've just set that ridge into the sofa, and if you get up, you know it's going to hurt your butt because it's going to have to start molding into its usual form instead of staying in that nice flattened cushioned position. Toilet roll on your head. You don't have to go anywhere. It's available. It's ready. It's full. It's right there. You just pull that thing down and you have just an unlimited amount of toilet paper that's going to last you the whole movie. So if the movie's sad, you can cry as much as you want. Do not worry. Don't use your shirt. Toilet paper on your head. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to put this in the useful pile. There's just too many uses for this. You know, when you're cooking and you're cutting up onions and you start crying and your nose is running because them onions, they be so damn flavorful and scented. You know what onions do to you. There is no getting around it. I don't care what life hack anyone throws at me, or if you say it's like a genetic thing, like the coriander tasting like soap stuff. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Onions are evil. They taste good and they make a meal better, but they are evil when you are cutting them up. It's almost like a defense mechanism, like they don't want to be eaten or something. Why would an onion want to be eaten? It's only a living thing, right? Head-mounted toilet roll dispenser at your service. Stop mid-cut, quickly pull some down, wipe the tears from around your face, blow your nose real quick, and then flick it off again, and continue cutting those onions. It's going in the useful pile. Okay, this next one is just creepy. Lipstick assistant. If this creeps you out, comment down below and let me know, because honestly, I don't want to be alone in a room with a person wearing this. Can you imagine going to the bathroom on a night out? Yeah. And there's these people with Hannibal Lecter face masks on, applying their lipstick through the little hole. I'm sorry, what? I can't get behind this. It's creepy. It's so weird. Why would you need this? If you are so bad at doing your lipstick that you would need some sort of face mold to avoid getting it on the other parts of your lips, then just don't do lipstick. Just don't wear it. It's not worth that. It is not worth trying to use a device to make your lipstick. And you know what? Another thing, right? There's no way this thing works because everybody's lips are so different. There's all different shapes and sizes to lips. Some people don't even have lips. How are you going to put lipstick on a non-existent lip? Some people's lips would be bigger than this device. And then what's going to happen? They're going to take it off. And when they take it off, they're going to look like they tried to downsize with too much furniture. If you get what I'm saying. It's not a good look. Don't try this one at home. It's going in the useless pile. That is it. Now with this next one, I feel like this video should have been, is it dangerous or not, instead of useless or not? Because we have the steering wheel tray. Yeah, a steering wheel tray. A tray that goes on your steering wheel. This one is so stupid. I appreciate that people love holidays so much that they want to replicate that feeling of being on the airplane on your way to your favorite destination, that they might buy a lap tray or something so they can sit and watch TV and have that feeling again. But to put it in the car on the steering wheel? Like, don't get me wrong, I totally get how this would be great for, like, if you have kids in the back and it comes off the back of your seat or something. That's fun. But on a steering wheel is a totally different matter. It's totally insane. Now, I understand that this is probably meant to be used when you're stationary, okay? I totally get that. But who eats in their car regularly enough for this to become a useful device? Like, do you eat lunch in your car every day is what I'm asking. And if you do, would you actually consider this to be something that you would want? The problem is I can see people misusing this and thinking that it's something you can use while you're driving, and then as soon as they turn that steering wheel, their burger and fries is going to go everywhere. And then as soon as they turn that steering wheel, they're going to be wearing their meal instead of eating it, and it's going to be a hell of a lot of food to pick up off that floor. You're probably going to mush it in while you're trying to crush the brakes to stop in time just so you can save whatever left of your burger you had flying around all over the car.
Just to eat on your lap.
Just eat your food off your lap. Just hold it. Get convenient food that's easy to hold. Like in the picture, they literally have a sandwich, a drink, and a chips, right? The easiest food to not make a mess with and to just hold. Firstly, every car has its own cup holders, so you can just shove the drink in one of those, and then the sandwich can stay wrapped while you eat your fries, and then you literally just eat the sandwich while holding it with your hand. It just seems like a money-making scheme where the object just wasn't necessary. There was just like no need for it. I'm going to put this one in the useless pile. Okay, we've made it to our very last item. And if you've made it this far, thank you very much. Please consider hitting that like button. Okay, so now let's review. The last one is a pet butt cover. I'm not joking. This is real. A pet's butt cover. You know how unsightly a pet's butthole is? Because, you know, everyone is always staring at their pet's butthole so much that it's going to have a negative impact on their mental health and their day-to-day lives. Well, now you can get a cover for that so that you don't have to be depressed every time your pet walks into the room and gives you its shiny little smile from behind. So this device, I guess you can call it, is literally just a piece of string with a plastic clasp, and you just put it over the tail like that, and then you tighten it. And it's got a little dangly piece of whatever that covers the butthole. And I'm presuming you can get different colors and different pictures to cover your pet's butthole. I feel like this is a violation of trust between you and your pet. Don't do this. Why is the woman looking so happy to be near a butthole? Why is she so happy and thrilled? And she's even giving it a thumbs up. What is she going to do with that thumb? Somebody call RSPCA. I can't see this being useful, especially when your pet needs to go for number 2s. What's going to happen then? Is this thing just going to fly off somewhere covered in turd? Is it going to get stuck to it and then you've got a turdy butthole cover for the rest of the day? Can you wipe these things down? Do you have to replace them every time that happens? I want to know more. I have so many questions. I feel like this would have went down better if it was like a scented butthole cover. You know, like those car scent things that you hang in the car. I feel like that would have been a better idea, because at least then you could say,
This will make your pet's butthole not smell, so when they come and shove it in your face in the morning to try and get you up to make them breakfast, you don't have to smell poop, you can smell flowers and roses and something else that's nice.
I'm putting this in the useless pile just because I just can't imagine doing this to my pet. I feel like someone who would do this is going to come back as a pet in their next life just so they know how much suffering this has caused. It's called karma, right? Okay, that's the end of our video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below and let me know what you thought. Let me know which of these products you think is the craziest and most useless. And if you think I made a mistake and one of these products is useful, please give me your insight. I would really like to know. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing so you can see some more of my content in the future, and enjoy the rest of your day.